What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day because I get to sit here and talk to you guys about some movies. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button for me so you can get notifications whenever I post new and interesting stuff. On to our feature presentation. Today we're going to be talking about a movie from 2000. That is 25 years ago. Good Lord, I'm old. 25 years ago, Ready to Rumble, directed by Brian Robbins. Now, this is right before WCW collapses, right? We got the year 2000, WCW, and I don't remember even who made this. Whatever production company made this, I guess they partnered up. And we got the likes of Goldberg. We got Diamond Dallas Page. We've got, we don't have Hulk Hogan. Don't have him. We got, Juventud Guerrero. Or Guerrera, not Guerrero, Juventud Guerrera. We got all these, we got Disco Inferno. Oh my God, Disco Inferno, right? So we got all these wrestlers. We've got David Arquette, Scott Conn, Joe Pantoliano as the scumbag promoter that's trying to screw everybody over. And then we've got the incomparable Mr. Oliver Platt. Guys, I love me some Ollie Platt. This guy, he is a comedic genius, but he is also he's such an underrated dramatic actor. He's had great performances and stuff like Lake Placid. I think he's on one of the Law and Orders or something. He's great in that. I can't remember which crime show he's on, but he's on one of them. He's really good, and he always has that kind of witty, about him. He's always very charismatic, has a lot of bravado in his roles, and I dig it. I love his acting. I love his acting style, and in this, he is excellent. He plays the King. No, not the King Jerry Lawler. He plays the King. I can't remember his name, but his name is the King as a wrestler, and he is basically, he's kind of a scumbag. And let's be honest, in the wrestling business, this kind of depicts the wrestling business in its actual light. You've got a guy who's a little bit past his prime. He kind of treats everybody kind of crummy. He doesn't put over the young talent. He expects, to be waited on hand and foot. He's kind of like Hulk Hogan. He's the Hulk Hogan of this movie. And so he gets ousted by Joe Pantoliano. And he's got these two super fans, and David Arquette and Scott Conn. And these guys, they go and they, find the King. And they try to get the King back in shape. And they take him to, Jack Lemmon? I think it's not Jack Lemmon. Maybe it is. It's one of the really old actors, Walter Matthau. I don't think it's him either. I can't remember which old guy it was, but he's in this. He's the wrestler, right? He's like a real wrestler. And so he whips Oliver Platt into shape. And it's just really, really, it's funny, but at the same time, I kind of wish I'd have seen it when I was 17, because watching it as an adult, I found it a horrible film. It wasn't good. I enjoyed seeing my wrestlers. DDP, watching him back then in this film, you could tell he has acting chops. So seeing him later on down the road in The Devil's Rejects ain't that surprising, especially with how good of a performance he put on in The Devil's Rejects. He was one of the best bounty hunters, right? Him and Danny Trejo. But it was just, his acting was good. But Goldberg, he can't act his way out of a wet paper sack. All the other wrestlers were there just to beat up everybody. Sid Vicious was in it. And Bam Bam Bigelow. And just, all these big guys. There's no acting talent there. And then you get stupid, just juvenile humor. You get a lot of not locker room humor, like booty humor, like guys putting their fingers in their butts and then being like, smell that. Just stuff like that a lot of potty humor. I've never found that funny. Even when I was a kid, I didn't find that funny, And so just all that, like them being sewage guys and like cleaning out porta potties and then getting the mess on them, like that's never been funny to me. Fart jokes aren't really that funny to me. So that didn't resonate with me now, and it sure probably didn't resonate with me back when I was a teenager. So just that part of the film I didn't really care for, but some of the other stuff was kind of funny, I guess. Like the supporting cast around David Arquette and Scott Conn were actually funny. Like, those people made me laugh. But David Arquette, I was so sick of him by the end of this movie. I was like, somebody please break this dude in half and get him out of here. And the sad part is, here's the thing that just kills me. To think that shortly after this, or maybe even during this, David Arquette actually won the WCW Heavyweight Championship. That was probably one of the final nails in the coffin for that promotion, if we're being honest, because he's an actor. He should have never, and he does. It's not like he was a big bowed up actor that could actually, wrestle or had any kind of background. This dude was the size of my ankle. He was the size of my pinky toe, and he's in there with guys like Goldberg and stuff like that, and he's winning the title. No, get out of here. That degrades the business. That takes away from the business, from wrestling. It takes away from the mystery, the mystique of the business. Sure, we all know that it is preordained what is going to happen in these matches, but we don't need to be slapped in the face with nonsense like that is completely unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, this movie as a whole was almost like spitting in the face of wrestling fans because of the nonsense that it perpetuated afterwards. But at the time, I could see how people thought it was really funny, and it probably, WCW probably thought they were helping themselves by doing this, and they really kind of didn't, especially when they got David Arquette involved in real matches. And so that just, this whole movie, I thought it was funny. I probably should have seen it when I was younger, but overall it was just kind of blah, So I'm going to give it 1 thumb up because it was, okay. The thing is, I watched this, I've never seen it before, and I watched this because my late brother asked me. He said, back in the day when we were in school together, he was like, have you ever seen Ready to Rumble? You got to watch Ready to Rumble. And he would always rag me about watching Ready to Rumble. Yet he didn't have a copy for us to watch together. So, shame on him, right? But anyway, he always talked about it. So when I saw that it was finally streaming on Amazon Prime, I jumped on it and I just said, I am watching this. And so I watched it. So JP, I finally did it, brother. I hope you enjoyed watching it with me from heaven, man. But that's it for Ready to Rumble, guys. If you like the reviews, by all means, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. God bless. Peace out, and I'll see you soon.